Good afternoon. Welcome back to QPT. My name is Dylan Kimlin. We are currently watching, or about to watch, the Women's Open Singles Gold Medal match. For this match, we've got Ludovica Sciaky. She's versing Leona Huynh. And we've got our official Mark. He's just having a good yarn with the ladies, going over rules and what to expect. This game should be a best of 3. Game's going to 11, win by 2. Looks like we are underway. Sciaky to serve, 0-0. Sciaky's just waiting. Gordon's having a good laugh in the crowd. Oh dear. These ladies were both in the same pool earlier today. They played very well earlier. Sciaky did get the win in the pool match, so it'll be interesting to see how Huynh responds to that. Side away, 0-0. Sciaky to serve. First blood goes to Lou. See if she can continue to build some momentum. Oh, Leona has fallen in the kitchen. So for the viewers at home that do not know what that rule is, so we all know a kitchen fault or a foot fault. If you fall into the kitchen after you've played the ball and you haven't rooted yourself or stopped motion, that is a fault. So despite the fact that Leona has technically won that point, here we go, Leona smash, bang. Always a highlight when Leona gets the opportunity to hit a ball above her shoulder. But as I was saying, if you do fall into the kitchen or if your paddle falls into the kitchen, it is a fault, resulting in Sciaky getting a point. Speaking of smashes, Lewis had a challenge here. One, two. The official has labelled that that ball was indeed out. And Leona has struck it into the net. The old basketball term, ball don't lie, may come into play here after Sciaky's failed ruling there. And that has just gone wide. A couple of balls just going wide here for Sciaky. We'll see if she can make an adjustment in her strokes. Leona charging into the net. Oh, unfortunate. She had good position there, just unfortunately hit it a little bit too low. (3-1). Sciaky currently serving. We can already see that Huynn's charging the line a little bit more, which makes sense. Anyone that's played Leona knows that she loves to cover that net. Oh, wow. Masterclass there by Ludovica. Lightning doesn't strike twice, but Ludovica does. Hitting the same spot over and over again. Well played. Keeps going to the well. 4-1. How can Leona respond? Bit of a deficit. Needs to climb back in. Wow. That's a ridiculous drop there by Sciaky. Great effort there by Leona though. 4-1. Sciaky to serve. It's just a bit wide there. For our first time out here of the match. Coming from the side of Huynh. For those that were watching earlier on today when I was streaming Vin and Martin's match, Simpkin vs Truong. I mentioned that Vin has a gigantic family that all play within this sport. Well, Leona is a part of that family. You love to see it. All coming in, playing together at a high level. A photographer on the court currently, Nay Pink. Representative here of Beenleigh Pickleball and Beenleigh Tennis. And an absolute pleasure to be around. The ladies have returned to the court. 5-1, Sciaky to serve. It's a great response there by Leona. I can see that Sciaky seems to be targeting that forehand line at the moment. We'll see if that continues. 1-5, Huynh to serve. And again. I was having a good chat with Leona earlier today regarding different play styles. The Australian pickleball scene. We do play a little bit differently down here. For example, in this game, Sciaky comes from a high level tennis background down at KT Academy in Mooloolaba, whereas Leona was a state level badminton pro before she, like so many of us, got addicted to the sport of pickleball. So it's wonderful when you watch games like this with players from two different codes battling it out. Also good friends too, I might add, Leona and Lou. 2-5, the underserve. So it just goes long. But yeah, two different codes battling it out. You'll notice if you're viewing from home, they may strike the ball a little bit differently. That is well placed there by Leona. But also their placement on court. Huynh is more than ready to charge up to the net and do what she can to defend. Sciaky seems a little bit more comfortable sitting on the baseline. 4-5. Huyhn's building some momentum here. Has cut that deficit down. And then goes long. Regarding conditions, it is a little bit windy here. I won't say it's as bad as yesterday. Yesterday felt like I was in a wind tunnel. But right now, as that's a net roll, just bounces over Sciaky to get the side away. But I will say the wind is unpredictable. It will come through at random gusts. Wow. Fantastic effort there by Leona. Firing herself up, firing the crowd up. Fantastic movement. That's a side away. We have a tie game currently, 5-5. And that's just gone long. Maybe a little bit too much blood was pumping there with the serve. Oh, that's one way to respond there by Sciaky. Once again, striking that far side on Leona's forehand. 6-5. There it is again. I will say she has a high percentage rate with it currently, so I can understand it. 7-5. And that's one way to respond there by Leona. Maybe the ladies are just hitting it on that side of the court for the crowd that are tuning in to watch. I don't know how that ball has landed in, but Sciaky takes the points. We've got a timeout here by Leona. Both ladies just going to go and grab a drink of water. It's the kind of day that you would enjoy some frozen oranges, frozen raspberries, something cold. Mango milkshake. I could go with a mango milkshake right now. My partner Emily's sitting next to me shaking her head. I'm not insinuating, Emily, that I would like a mango milkshake, but maybe I am. No. To the viewers at home, I can guarantee you I will not be getting a mango milkshake. Alright. Ladies have returned to the court. I believe that was Leona's second timeout, so she won't receive another one for the remainder of this match. Sciaky to serve. That is a brilliant shot there. Two-handed backhand action there by Leona. By Ludovica, sorry. A5. Wow. That is absolutely nuts. Great play by both participants there. Nine five. Sciaky has responded well after that timeout. Oof. That is a very comfortable strike there. Classic tennis player bounce. And there's their forehand side once more. $5-10. How can Huynh respond? Back against the wall. That's one way to respond. Beautifully played. Leona has been in many medal matches. Definitely up there on... Oh, we've got a timeout here by Sciaky. I believe she's got sunscreen in her eyes once more. That happened earlier on today. We might need to invest in a wide-brimmed hat. Maybe a sombrero. Speaking of sombreros, we have a bit of a Mexican wave going on in the crowd. Naturally, Vin is involved in that. We just streamed his game. The crowd are having a good time here. Don't look at me, guys. The crowd are having a good wave. Leona has returned to the court. Sciaky's got the sunscreen out of her eyes. Play resumes. Absolutely phenomenal. Match point, 10-5. Or 10-6, I believe. Beautifully struck. Game 1 will go to Sciaky. Points to take from that match. Sciaky definitely found results on that forehand side down the crowd side of the line there. We'll see whether Leona reflects upon that and can adapt for the next game. Weren't too many unforced errors that match. Serves were good, returns were good. Actually, no, there were quite a few balls that went out, come to think of it. Now maybe the wind has become more of a menace throughout the match, but you can't really tell. I can't believe that the ladies on the back court are still going. They were playing when I was streaming the last match. Maybe I should move the cameras over there because that must be an absolute thriller if these ladies are still going at it. Looks like Sharon and Sal also getting the crowd going. Sciaky's returned to the court, just waiting on Leona. Yeah, it would help if you had a ball. Mark's just passing the ball there to Leona, and play can assume. You can get started. 0-0. The underserve. That has just gone wide there. That can be the downside to charging the net, especially when you're playing with someone that can strike those angles so well like Sciaky. As that ball goes wide, Ludovica gets the first point of the match. Charging those nets, you can sometimes get caught out moving. Ooh, Leona definitely had the opportunity there. And you do not want to be striking the ball while moving, following the point I was making. 2-0, Sciaky to serve. Still talking about forehand. Very interesting. At first I thought it might have just been a coincidence, but I believe there's strategy to it here. Yep. Well, Leona has to know what's happening now. Great players adapt. We've got our first time out of the match. So if you're wondering at home, hang on Dylan, didn't you say that Leona's used all of her timeouts earlier? I did. Each game, so we're currently up to game 2. Throughout each game, each player will get the use of 2 timeouts and 1 medical timeout. That's here in Australia anyway, for this particular event. I highly encourage players that might be watching right now that may play in some tournaments to make full use of your timeouts. I firmly believe not enough players use them. Not only are they good just to have a breather and